Stand up.
Welcome back to the Writer's Block with JJD. In the building, I have an amazing crew for you guys today. An amazing crew. This is the Global Gathering Show, an international show, an international conglomerate of awesomeness. Internationally known on the microphone, aka Jay Riggedy in this bitch. As you know, I love the radio, and I love having people on my show that are awesome, amazing, and people that you need to actually know about. And the topic today is international, a global gathering of people on KDHR.net. We're on Google Plus Hangout too, and we're broadcasting, so maybe there's a little reverb, but I'm going to turn it off real quick, a little delay. That's what you hear in the background. Here we go. And I'm really excited for this show. I have Sophie B in the place.
Yeah,
Sophie, tell me where you're from, man. Where are you from, Sophie?
I am from Melbourne, Australia.
Melbourne, Australia. How you doing?
That's fabulous.
And also, you've been to Brixton, too?
I've been to Brixton. I've been around damn traps. Oh, damn traps.
I like your hat right here. It's
I know you. I was like, that was my special steez for today. Now I'm gonna wear these.
You know my steez.
I actually, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to bring like a bunch of like different like outfits, that, like glasses and hats, like throughout this thing that I was going to change into. And yeah, I'm glad I didn't, because that wouldn't have worked.
I love your accent. It's just awesome.
Oh, thank
Anybody
you.
who has an accent, it's like, ah!
And speaking of accents, I have actually you as well, DJ Royale. Where are you from, DJ?
Well, I'm from here, but my parents are from Mexico. So
Mexico.
First generation, yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, that's a really cool thing, too. And you're in college, too, here at Cal State Dominguez Hills. What are you studying right now?
Business. So I have one more year left, thank God.
Woo!
Been in school for like ever. So I want to be done and, graduate. But hopefully, if God wants, do my master's. But we'll see.
Hey, man.
Nice.
Always do your best. That's all I say.
Yes.
Always do your best.
So you can do.
That's all you can do. And I'm actually going to give a quote later by Kurt Vonnegut. A cool one that I saw and I posted on my Facebook. Check me out, Jay Riggedy or Jeremiah. I'm not going to give you my last name. Maybe. No. And also, now, also in the DJ booth, one of the best international, local, state, country, federal, all that good shit DJ in the place, in the building, in the mix, DJ Ogie. How you doing, DJ Ogie?
Hey.
No problem, man. I always invite awesome people, and when DJ Royale told me that you wanted to come on and show the world your talents, because you're an amazing DJ, man. We were jamming before the show, and check us out on Instagram too, BOBOKD1 and DJ Royale. What's your Instagram?
Oh, it's just DJ ROYELLE.
And check out videos from her that she's gonna post from being in the mix here. She's a blend artist, which DJ Ogie is a blend artist too, as well, and they just kill it.
Yes, we're a team, so we added on about 4 people from Vegas, so we're about, I don't know, Ogie, what is it, like a good 15 to 20 now? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's anywhere from, it's from Texas, here in LA, and then Vegas, San Francisco, yeah. So, yeah, there's a good 20 of us, just about.
Oh, that's a lot of you. That's a strong team right there.
Yeah, we're trying to branch out to different, states, hopefully countries down the line. Well, Augie, he's from Japan, so
yeah.
He sometimes goes back there, so he represents us in Japan, so.
That's awesome and amazing, man. And speaking of teams, too, I mean, Sophie B, you're from Australia, and you came here to America to be a great actress.
Right.
And do music as well. And I saw recently on your Facebook page It's Sophie Brabenek, is it? The Facebook page where you can go and check out your stuff. IMDb as well. WordPress. I mean, you have what's it called? Actress in LA or something. What's it called?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
Yes. Well, you know.
Yeah, I haven't done anything on that for ages. Last night I was like up super late, stressing out about my visa, and I had written like a blog entry like maybe 2 months ago that I keep editing this thing. Like I'm discussing like what success is in LA and about like coming here with a dream and kind of like the reality check and being in the industry and being an artist and whatever else. And I'm getting so like technical about this thing. I'm like, I just need to publish it and move on, you know? So it's funny. There's more blog posts coming. ASAP,
Thank you for giving us more content.
Yeah.
But you have a strong team as well. I saw in the video, like on one of the pictures, that you had like a team. You're making like a short or something like that. Like, what kind of projects are you in right now? I know you did one at Harville's or something like that too, Vagina Monologues or something like that.
Oh, I didn't do that at Harville's.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. What was that at?
Harville's was a music venue, right, in Santa Monica.
I think so. I think they had one in Long Beach and Santa Monica.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah.
Well, tell me. I mean, what have you been in recently? I mean, what's your work? What are you doing now?
I've had a really nice run. At the moment, it's a little bit quiet. I have a project that's ongoing, which is a web series. That's been shooting like on and off for the last 6 months, and I play a lead role in that, and it's about the last man on Earth, and I find him, and I help basically repopulate the world. Because I'm a genius, because I'm good like that.
That is awesome, man.
Yeah.
Like, I really think that people doing what they love, no matter what genre, no matter what style, as long as you're having fun with it, you know, it's something you want to do, it's awesome.
Well, I think that, like, and I think that's it, and I think that's kind of like what I'm talking about in that blog post as well. Like, if you're working with really good people and you're really inspired by them and you kind of push each other to take stuff next level, and you're excited to talk about the work with other people, you're excited to get up in the morning to look at it, to connect with it, whatever it is, then like that's success, like on whatever scale, whether you're doing it in your bedroom or in your shed in your yard or like whatever it is. Like, I think, when you find the team, when you find the people, when you find the projects that like really like tickle that fancy, then you're on point. You're good. You're in a good place.
Yeah, it's like the missing link, you know. Until you find that right team, like you can do whatever it is you want to do. You know, just watching, because I watch this movie from here and there. It's the Steve Jobs, you know, movie. That movie's inspiring.
With Ashton Kutcher?
Yeah. And
I haven't seen it.
You haven't?
But he's like, he's so well cast.
Yeah, it's a great movie, and I watch it from time to time to get some motivation. And what you said right now was, you know, they started in their garage, you know, and they just found the missing links, which were certain kinds of people that can do certain jobs or tasks. And once they got together, it was magic. And so, you know, it's with anything, with music, you know, with technology, any of that. So, but again, it has to do with drive first. You have to have that drive and that passion. So I see it in you and I hear it, you know, when you speak.
Totally.
Know? So I'm right there with you. Like I said, we're part of this Blend Artist team, and when we get together, I mean, it's amazing because we have they're called Blend Artist takeovers. So what that means is we'll go to a club or a venue, and it'll be maybe like 3 or 4 of us, and we all DJ together.
Oh, wow.
Or back to back or whatever. And so it's like this big riot and stuff. We have a great time.
You guys must have raged out with just awesome.
That sounds like so much fun. What do you play?
Oh, well, I stick more with like current like hip hop and like house music, like dance.
Twerkalicious, Housealicious. Check it out on SoundCloud.
Yeah, I have it. I did it more as a joke than anything, you know, because twerk was barely coming up and, you know, really
twerk team
centered in this arena. You know, everyone loves the twerk, and so I'm a house DJ, so it's a completely different genre. So I did it as, okay, you know, I'll stay in with the crowd, you know, and so I was like, just let me do a twerk. Let me just do a twerk mix. And I was telling them, like, it was like the #1 like mix that I have, like
I love it.
Everybody loves this Twerkalicious mix, and I made that name up just thinking it was funny, you know.
That's wicked.
So
it's awesome though, man. Like,
totally. This guy loves it.
Right?
Right?
But I I want to say that music is really important in our lives, you know, and
Oh,
obviously
real.
you guys, it's like your life, you know.
Oh my God. Did you see that video that I posted about like the power of music and healing? That like that dude that was in the nursing home and
No, I didn't see that one.
he's completely mute and kind of shut down and like locked inside himself and non-responsive to anyone. And then the nurse starts like engaging him about like music from, I don't know, from his earlier years and like plays some music or gives him something and he like comes to life and he starts singing. It's, dude, it's so powerful. Like that's tears in your eyes stuff. But I mean, like music is healing, right? Vibrations are healing.
You're absolutely
like,
right.
Yeah.
I hear it all the time because I love watching those, you know, doctor shows and stuff like that. When they say that if you bring music to the kids that are, you know, that are going through something traumatic or have some kind of terminal diagnosis, you know, where you listen to music and they just come alive.
Oh my God.
I hear it all the time.
Do you know what that makes me think of? That makes me think of a story. I don't know whether this is like something I read in a book. I don't know whether this is fiction or this has really happened. But I remember a story about someone in a coma and their friend played them a song in the coma and they started shedding tears.
Oh, wow.
In the coma.
That's powerful.
Whoa, I know. Like now we're getting like really like on some deep-ish. Let's talk about sunshine.
Right?
And rain.
Lollipops.
And sunshine. And rain.
Woo!
In the background is DJ Ogie, and I'm actually going to play a little bit more of his music. He's an amazing. We're going to come out of the break, talking about more music, how these people in front of me, Sophie B, DJ Royale, and DJ Ogie in the mix on the Riders Block. Check us out every Friday on KDHR.net, live stream, iTunes, get the app. We're everywhere you need to be. So here's some
the grid.
All over the grid. All over the motherfucking grid. You know what I'm saying? But here's DJ Ogie with a cut of music. I mean, he's amazing. So definitely check him out.
Go Ogie.
Blend artist.
Oh yeah.
Jamming. I have his mic off too, so we can hear.
You can. I'm not loading.
Go to the wireless thing where it says bring up go to on the top of the screen, so go into your wireless where it says all the wireless things.
Yeah.
Then hit the button so that I can put your password in my username. So it's like, because I don't think you logged into Toro yet. Log into
I just
WGA
straight up.
Is there a lock on it?
Probably is. You can log in private.
Yeah, my email. Oh, and hey, if anyone, if I know you guys are not looking, but my brother is gonna be calling in too. So like, if you see like anything coming up on the screen and I'm not paying attention like that, just yeah.
Now I don't know how to get back to my Wi-Fi thing. Where is it? Sound display, storage, power saving. Actually, application manager,
So the next music break then, I'm gonna play like 2 year tracks. I'm gonna play the Daddy and the Jay-Z and Kanye West Stop with Keto remix. Is that fine or no?
Oh my god, it's Keto's birthday today as well.
Oh,
totally, we should play it.
Okay, so I'm gonna preface the Keto one with you talking about it, say happy birthday Keto.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's my #1 chick, you know. I I'll play that one, and then I'll end it with Daddy, and then when I come out, you can just say, hey, this is my song, you know what I mean? Whatever you want to say about the song. Because I like it. It's real personal. It has a really strong message. And then when I come out, we're going to talk more about just everything in life, you know, and then I want you to come back. Come on, switch.
Okay.
And then we're going to talk about more stuff, and then at the end, we'll use that to close it out.
Okay, for sure.
Sweet. That's how you do a show.
That sounds like a plan.
Go to our guest. Is that what I'm doing?
You should do that one, right?
You can try. I don't know if
You never did on it?
It should be the one that says
The main
2.
one, right?
Yeah.
WKA.
Yeah, that one.
With the 2 at the end. Number 2.
Yeah.
I'll put mine in there. Oh no, that's happening. Oh no, it's not. You go back in. It just went to, when you did guess, it went up to the guest screen instead. Yeah, he's nasty.
So it says identity.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's where I got
So you just like roll it back and forth.
I've never had an iPhone. I've only touched it a couple times.
Dude, it's not an iPhone. It's a Samsung.
Oh, it's a Samsung.
That's the funniest picture there of everyone planking on top of each other. That's freaking hilarious.
Oh my god, I've never even noticed that.
Boy, I've never noticed that either. That has to be recent.
That has to be, yeah, I was gonna say, that
Yeah,
has to be
I
new.
Oh my god, that geisha chick last week looked like she was a riot.
Yo, she's
She
crazy.
seemed like she had the time of her life as well.
Yeah.
Thanks,
She-
Bush.
She has a lot of person. I met her through Rico. You know, a producer friend up there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And she's doing music with him. He's producing. Like,
I have to put my email in.
No, I did already. Let me see. No, that's another screen. Yeah, get out that screen. Go to your
Get out of it. Get
Yeah,
out of it. Just get out of
Just
it.
get out.
Get out.
Yeah, just
Get out. Give up.
It's good. Go. I gotta make sure I see his signal.
So what are you on? KDH. What's Twitter?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, sorry.
What's your Twitter handle?
BOBOKD1. Oh, you mean the shows?
Yeah.
Writer's Block.
Hang on. Go back. BOBOKD. I should know this. D. 1. And then Writer's Block.
Writer's Block.
But he spells the block with
JJG.
No K, right?
Right, no K.
Yes, yes.
That's it. Writer's Block.
Writer's Block, JJG. Crushing it. Okay, yeah. When I come back in, I'm just like talk about music in your lives, and is it different? And do other countries' music inspire you at all in your life? Like when you went to different countries, or different spots in the country, did you assimilate, or like, how did you those questions? I want to ask you about this online campaign, this crowdfunding thing on YouTube. If they're trying to change YouTube, that you have to subscribe just to put your music out there. How do you feel about the restriction of people's music? You know, like there's only so many mediums that
They want you to
music.
subscribe to put music.
just to put music, but it's like a different thing. Like you don't, if you're like indie labels.
I
Like
think I
that.
noticed that recently.
Yeah, man.
But I've already subscribed with YouTube, so
Yeah.
it's not a big difference, you know, because I don't see what the issue is. It takes 2 seconds.
This is sweet. What's this track?
This is the most def.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? It is? Okay, now that you said that.
He
yeah.
changed his name. It's like Nas Bay or something like that.
Most of changed his
Yeah.
name.
No, most def is like the best video. I mean, best name. Shazam. Oh, is that when you like do that and like? being a global citizen, what you love about LA and this country and other countries too.
How do they tune in? What's the link?
Livestream.com. No, that's not it.
KDTR.net?
KDTR.net, sorry. Yes.
That's it?
Yes. We're on live stream right now. Not live stream. Yeah. We on that live stream. We on that. Got some jazz.
Got the jazzy jazz.
Jazz.
We're getting down in the studio.
Yeah.
Getting loose, and you know we do. Watch out,
Hi.
You almost got me putting you on live. I was inching over. I was like, "It's sounding good." She got Okay, and then we're gonna get in some more stuff about like this media. We're talking about like some stuff that I just went on with, like the war on drugs and stuff like that. Just impact the environment, how you guys feel about it.
we're talking like solving our problems.
No, you can never do that, but I like this discussion of it. People like,
I can.
I know you're smart. That's why I have you guys
We
on.
can collectively. I think you should like set up a little dance floor in here, and then like when the DJ plays, we have like dance songs.
Oh my God, that'd be
Wouldn't that be sick?
DJ Ronaldo, what happened? Remember that time? She walked by, right?
And he was dancing.
I was dancing, and then she came up. We were just dancing, and then we just did dancing. It was
I
awesome.
know. Forget like few minutes.
Yeah.
You're just like getting out.
Like
Him and I.
choreograph, like
Yeah.
like yo, you dance.
Yeah, but we totally would. We were in sync. Like we wouldn't even just watch each other. We were all like we were doing the same thing at the same time. It was so
Love it.
funny.
Cause I like, I
Yeah,
got,
the door
I
open.
had the door open, and I was dancing right here, and I'm like,
And I was like, oh shit.
And we do.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, I gotta get some WD-40 for this damn squeaky chair.
I know, man. You need. Are we gonna bring these chairs to the other studio?
Yeah.
I can't wait to move in that studio.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so good.
The only thing that sucks is that I can't DJ now if somebody was in the studio, you know what I mean? Because there's no wall anymore. Yeah, it's gonna be all open. Like pretty much like this wall gone.
Can we make a wall? Like just make like a doctor wall? You know how they have like a thing thing?
I don't know if they're gonna do that.
We could do that and then put like just a poster over it. Like a little partition thing, right?
The thing is, I still want to be able to really crank the TV so we can put it up. Because we're after the show.
Well, why can't we have it outside?
What?
Right out front. You know? Yeah, put the DJ equipment right out front, outside the glass, like out in the park thing. Because I was telling him about, we're thinking about doing a remote thing. So like I can have like a little mic outside with your DJ and with people walking up so you can talk. I can run outside or have
Yeah.
a host out there
Yeah.
and host inside.
I wouldn't mind doing something like that. It's just, you know, I have to get in the studio to practice and listen to music, so I don't have to be bothering people when I'm on the shows. That sounds like a good idea.
Alright, let's see.
Give them like a good, like 2 minutes or 1 minute.
Thank you for that. I said thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Is it working now?
It's like being a shithead. It's username and password.
Oh yeah, kind of. Test me. Why do you forsake me? So now, whenever you come, it's just.
Yeah, it's your popularity.
My phone's a little bit retarded in
That's good.
remembering information.
It's not retarded.
It's not retarded, mate.
It's not retarded. So this is what I want to do, Sophie. If you ever want to do a radio show or DJ Morales, do a radio show with me from anywhere, we could do a Google Plus show, right? So then I can do like this control panel, so I can bring in YouTube clips, any kind of video. I was trying to do it with other girls. This other girl's crazy, you know. So I had this mid-video, and I had to end the show. I would talk about topics that she was like, oh, like it was good at first, and then she was like, oh, that's weird, or oh, blah, 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 which it wasn't even totally weird. It's just.
Who's this? The geisha.
No. It's Maximilian girl, right? Like I tried to. She came on my show, the one with the purple hair, you know, crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. I'm just like, hey,
I have
man.
to watch that video.
Yeah, it's on my hangout. It's my hangout. I had to end it, you know. It's terrible.
On the live stream.
No, not when I'm on here. No, I have a Google Plus hangout. I was doing a show.
Oh.
And it comes up to YouTube or anything. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Oh, you have to show me a little clip of that or something.
oh my God, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Hey, but it's a learning experience, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
True.
You gotta learn from those experiences.
Yeah,
It's like gonna teach
Alright,
you
we'll come back in a minute.
you know, like to be on your toes and like you know, you never know like what the fuck's gonna happen. Like it's so unpredictable, people are so unpredictable.
People, yeah.
But that sounds like really
What?
entertaining.
Yeah, I
Like
know.
you know what I
that's
mean? Like
insane.
that's like people want to see that shit. They want to see like the fuck ups and the weirdness,
Yes.
like people being awkward and
That's what
it's like
what
people
makes
watch
it
reality
true.
TV and
Alright, we're going in. Welcome back to the Writer's Block. I'm your host, Jay Riggedy, aka Boba Chimp. That was DJ Ogie, part of the.
okay, that was hot to
Wasn't-
death,
wasn't
brother.
We were jamming in here.
So good,
Seriously.
man. It was amazing, man. Like, you have really good talent, man, and
Good taste of music.
good
Yeah.
taste in music. I mean, overall production was amazing. I mean, you're a really talented fellow, man.
You're a very talented fellow, you are, Ergie. Did you know that? You're a little talented fellow.
Why not? Uh huh.
Jamming in here.
Oh, bro.
Jamming in here.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh man, that's awesome, man. And like
Very cool.
I see you blend with the blend artists, blend your music with. I saw DJ Royale too. You guys use these Apple computers that help you with the music and everything because it's like a new age with music. Like, how, what's up?
You guys use these things. They're called Apple computers.
From the Stone Age.
I'm not sure if anyone's heard of them. Anybody heard of them? It's one It's your choice of words. sometimes.
I know.
I'm Larry Bowles.
I'm a booger. I'm a booger sometimes. I make mistakes.
That
My
was
choice of words.
priceless. That
Oh,
was not a
that's-
mistake. That was brilliant.
Thank you. You make me feel good. You make me feel good. Like Halle Berry. But DJ Ogie, like.
Oh, okay.
Tell us about yourself, Augie.
Yeah, tell us about
Tell
yourself.
them what you do, man.
Yeah.
This is just the surface right here.
Oh wow. That's a lot, man. I mean, I'm looking at your
It's a great
webpage
picture.
right here too. Yeah, it's an awesome picture. Live stream is down a little bit, but check us out on Google Plus Hangouts. We're gonna post it. I'm pointing the wrong way, like I usually do. Hey, when you're ever like doing on GPS and trying to get around or inside a building, right? And I point the wrong way all the time, like, oh yeah, the highway's that way, when it's really like the other way. I'm an idiot sometimes. I'll admit it, but that's a good thing when you can admit to yourself that you're an idiot, that you're not the smartest.
That you messed up.
Yeah, messed up.
I don't think you're an idiot.
Well,
I've had conversations with you, and you're not an idiot.
Thank you very much. That makes me feel good
Agreed.
inside. I mean, once you leave here and you can disparage me anyway, as long as it's not in my back or to my back, But yeah, DJ Ogie, I'm looking at your website right now. It's pretty cool. There's About Me. DJ Ogie, actually, he's on Facebook as well. He has an official page. He's actually the resident DJ at Club Mayan in LA. Tell me about that. That must be amazing because I love pictures. I looked at
Dude,
pictures.
have you been to that venue?
No, man.
It's
It's
sick.
huge.
I love it.
You've been there. Nice.
I went there for Gaslamp Killer, like a benefit night, dude. Ow! That's all I can say,
Ooh.
dude. Like that, we were busting some shapes.
Love your accent. It's amazing. Melbourne.
What do you do at Club Mayan? Like, what night is it? Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we
It's-
did the video though as well. Video. So when he's DJing, the song that he's DJing, the video's playing behind him.
Wow.
So it's a whole show.
Nice.
It's a whole show.
That's amazing.
Is it like Friday and Saturday nights, like hip hop nights? Okay. What's the crowd like? Oh yeah. Cool.
That's cool, man. And another thing, I'm so glad that you can take over the conversation a lot of times because, like, when I'm putting people on the show, and like, it's more of a conversation. This is what the future is. Conversations. People don't want to hear like, hello, and this is Jay Riggedy from KDHR.
I kind of do want to hear that.
That was great.
It hurts my throat though, to do that. But I don't know, just the conversations that we have, like everyday times, is what this radio show is about, man. Like, and I'm glad that you actually took over the interview and helped me with DJ Ogie. Like, I appreciate that. Thank you. No sarcasm.
Control freak.
Oh, I want it. Oh, Mihawk smash. Stuff like that. But back to the music, though. Hey, DJ Ogie, though, thank you, man. That was a great mix. And actually, we're going to end the show with DJ Ogie, too. So stick around, and we're going to have DJ Royale, like Royale, remix. DJ Royale is going to get on the ones and twos, the wheels of steel for your ears and feet. When you're at your cubicle or you're in your car, listen to me, Jay Riggedy, Sophie B, DJ Ogie, and DJ Royale coming through your speakers.
That's right.
You know how we do. But you know what? We're talking about music, and the music in our lives is so important. Like, the frequencies we have with music, I don't know, it makes me happy. And then when you're feeling emotional, it makes you sad, if things going through your lives, So can you tell me, like, a time when music inspires you? Like, or does it inspire you all the time in your life, Like, it's a spice of life.
Yeah, it's a daily routine for me. I listen to music seriously from the minute that I wake up to when I go to bed. It's always in my ears. And just to find newer music that you haven't heard, or different kinds of music genres, like that's like the cherry on top of the sundae there, because then with that you can take that and mix it in with something else, and then next thing you know, you create this amazing soundtrack. And again, it has to do with feeding your soul. And if someone else likes it, that's even better. You know what I mean? That's why I'm putting out these mixtapes. I do it for free, and I let people download them for free, because this is what I do. This is what I love to do. So there's no price that I put on it. So it's just for people to listen to and to hopefully have them enjoy themselves. And
Yeah, you're sharing the love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. But I mean, honestly, I get my music from my parents. They grew up in the 60s and 70s era, and so I get all of my music literally from them, you know. So I like a little bit of funk. This is the stuff that, you know, that Augie was playing right now, a little bit of funk, but also like the Motown era.
Motown?
Right? My favorite band back in the day, The Temptations.
So, right? Smokey Robinson.
That's that true like soul music right there that I love. And then it's remixed now into the modern, you know, era that we're in now, and little clips of that they remix. So that's the kind of music that I love to listen to. That's the stuff that I like to play. You know, none of that.
Commercial.
We were talking about earlier. Even though you know I can get down with some Twerkalicious.
Twerkalicious.
You know.
Twerkalicious.
Just that music that really gets, you know, within you. So that's what music is to me, and that's what I define it as.
That's really powerful, man. It's really, really powerful. I feel that that's the key to life, man. Like, music can get you through a lot of times that you're just like, ugh, traffic, LA. Or other times when you see a DJ come in with music, and you're like, man, that guy's really good. Let me step my game up.
Right, and that's that motivation.
Motivation.
You know, that's why when I'm here with Augie or any of the other blend artist teams, and we go out and support each other and listen to each other, we want to just step it up a notch, you know.
Nice.
So yeah.
Sophie.
Hello.
Music.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello there.
Cheerio. No. But what floats your boat? What rocks the ocean for you in dealing with music? I mean, how does music inspire you? Because I know I'm about to play some of your music right now.
Amazing.
Some Keto, and speaking of Keto, I mean, isn't her birthday or something like that?
It is. I was just trying to send her a quick message just now, just to say happy birthday and shouting you out. Let me send it. Just going back to the question that you just asked about music inspiring me. You know, like music's incredible, man. And I love to dance as well. So I really, from the beginning of time, have the fondest memories of me and my cousins having dance parties in our lounge room and getting dressed up in costumes, and and it would be vinyl or it'd be cassettes back in the day. And I remember my mum listened, my mum's super into klezmer, gypsy, folk music, so that kind of stuff. I remember putting on the Ritz. Do you remember that song? If you're blue, you know where to run. That song, I remember listening to that in cassette and rewind. That's wow.
There you go.
I just wish I had a little cane to I don't know, pimp some shit.
I mean, you had the hat already.
Right?
So I love that you said cassette, not to cut you off, because I grew up with cassettes, hitting that rewind button.
Oh my God.
Or the play and the record button, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'd record off the radio all the time. I'd hit the record. I'm oh my God, I'd be in the bathroom, just kick the door, boom, just run down Superman and hit the button. Oh my God. Because, in Philly, this guy, DJ Cosmic Strictly Seals Kev, he's one of the best DJs. Every Friday or Saturday night in Philly, man, you'd hear him come on, and he'd it could be this Space Ghost, Space Ghost type thing. And it was ridiculously amazing. No, it's way back again. Yeah. It's all right. But it was so crazy that the music on the radio back then, I want to go back to those times, man. That's why this show, the Writer's Block, needs to get on the radio, man. I know I'm on the radio, but huge international, Sirius XM. I want to be on every station. I'm ambitious like that because I see radio people, like you were saying, when you see DJ Ogie or Sophie B, when you see an actress or another musician.
Listen, when I see any artist doing, so I mean, life is inspiring. The smallest of things can be inspiring.
Yeah, no. Recently, because the Blend Artist has a show called BAM TV.
Oh, okay.
So you can listen to us. The same thing like this, same setup. And there was a kid. I don't know how old he was. He's called Monster E. He's the youngest monster. The drink.
Monster Energy drink.
Yeah. So he's a DJ for them.
Oh.
He's 12.
Shut up.
What?
And he was scratching up I was just what? I was like, this kid is inspiring to me, and I'm like twice his age, you know, and
It's amazing.
he was just working it out. Like I was like, oh my god, like this is some good stuff, you know what I mean? So like you said, the littlest things, you know what I mean? Like even the kids can inspire you. They have such a different, you know, mindset. They, because I have a younger sister, 10 years younger than me, and they have a different mindset. They at that age, they feel like they can conquer anything, and you can't.
You're invincible. You have that invincible mentality, right?
Exactly. That's the innocent part about them, is that they don't.
But do you feel that's still in you?
No, just kidding. Huh?
Do you feel like you lost that, or is it still inside you?
No,
you just gotta tap into that eternally.
You get those days where you just need a little bit of inspiration, and when you see something like that, it just shoots you right back to you know where you normally are. Yeah, but it never leaves you though. It's just seeing something like that, seeing the passion within kids. You know, like it kind of fills you. It makes you push harder. So,
that's amazing.
It was amazing to see that.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about this quote real quick. It's from Kurt Vonnegut. It's be soft. Do not let the world make you hard. Do not let pain make you hate. Do not let the bitterness steal your sweetness. Take pride that even though the rest of the world may disagree, you still believe it to be a beautiful place. I thought those were really powerful.
That's a nice like little connect just there from what you just said. That's beautiful. That's right.
Beautiful. And I feel that's
pop that on my page there. I'm gonna jack that from you.
Please steal it. It's something that I would love to be stolen, because it's not from me. It's from Kurt Vonnegut, but it's an amazing quote that says that just because the world, it's a tough place. Yeah. You know, the world is really tough. I mean, we all go through struggles. Oh, you come from Japan. I mean, even Japan. I mean, they're going through Fukushima and all this other crazy stuff with tsunamis and everything and earthquakes. But the people are strong, you know. That doesn't damper their spirits, you know. Right. Even in Mexico or Australia, I mean, Australia, they had horrible, like, gun violence. It wasn't bad, but it was bad. And then they banned guns, and things are awesome. Like in America, where we live right now, it's...
Can we just backtrack?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Like saying horrible gun violence, that's like
over the top too much.
Yeah, that's like because it doesn't.
He probably meant Mexico, by the way.
Same. I mean, that's so funny that you say that, because I'm from Melbourne, and like that's the joke with like the states that are north of us. Like we're called Mexicans because we're south of the border. Like we're the.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that.
Wow.
Okay, so but that's why I have you on. You can tell me the truth.
There've been a couple of incidents in Australia, you know, over the course of a very extended period of time. But there's not gun violence in the sense that there is here. Oh,
okay. Yeah, I did not know that, and that's one of the reasons I have you guys on here, like to clear the air on the things that maybe me as a dumb American sometimes don't understand, because the history that we are given, like when you're growing up as a little kid, is not always the one that's really true. You know, like. I'm learning new stuff every day, and like when you come into contact with an Ogie, a Royale, a Sophie B, you guys teach me stuff too as well. You know, and I teach you stuff as well. It's like a symbiotic duality, a relationship that we have with each other. That we're all one, and I feel like there's a singularity coming where, you know, with social media, you know, check out all of our social media too. You know, we love it, but it's a thing that connects all of us. You know, it's like a social movement toward, I don't know, us all learning about everything that is there to know. But on the other side, we might never know everything or not know everything, you know. So it's a humbling thing a lot of times for me to realize that there's so much greatness around me. Like even in this room, there's greatness around me. People put labels on things like, oh, it's not great. But being greatness and beauty is subjective. You know,
well, it's what you want to tune into, isn't it? Like I read this great quote about life being a dream, and you know, that we're all in a dream, and you make of the dream what you want. So what you want to see in the dream you can see, and what you don't. Like it's like what you want to tune into, and it's really simple. Like it's a very simple philosophy, but I feel it's really effective, like when you stop and like break it down.
You broke it down right there pretty eloquently. It's true that life is a varied thing, you know, and I mean there's so many topics to discuss about, like the environment and the culture of America and going to war and drugs and all these topics that I want to speak on. But in all actuality, there's always a good and a bad. There's always a yin yang, different way to look at things, and your perspective on life, it changes. Life's a roller coaster, and you just gotta hold on. Don't feel sad that a bad thing happened, and don't be overly happy that a good thing happened. I feel that having a balance.
Oh, yeah.
And it's kind of it's with that holding on, it's like it's knowing that like a roller coaster always does, it's gonna come back up.
Right.
You know, like.
Oh yeah. That must come.
And it's really funny. Like I was talking to like one of my acting friends the other day, and she's like, I took a month off work to like save my cash and just devote myself to acting, take all the classes, submit for auditions, off the hook, audition my butt off, and she's like, and nothing's happened. Absolutely nothing's happened, and I don't understand. I'm putting all this whatever, and I was like, just hold on. Like I'm like, it's that point there when you're like, fuck this, bullshit, I'm out. That next day something drops, you get the gig. I've seen her twice over the last 2 weeks, and she's like, yo, I just booked this print job. I just did this like PSA. I just did this something or other else. And then I saw her yesterday, and she's like, oh, I'm going to a table read. I've just booked this wicked like 60s period short film. And I'm like, yo, what were we talking about? Like, yeah, the roller coaster comes back up.
The roller coaster comes back around. It's just crazy how cultures like learn this in different ways, that we're, like I said, we're all one. And I want to go back to culture I was talking about before, about how when you come to America and other places in the world, I know Sophie, you've been to a lot of places. Have you been to a lot of places as well, DJ Rel?
Yeah, well, the trip that I had when I went overseas to DJ for the military
with the military, like Djibouti, and
yeah.
Didn't you get like a certificate and all this stuff?
I did. I got an awesome certificate for just pretty much promoting morale. And within, I don't know, probably about 6-7 different bases.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah, so traveled I was first in Turkey.
How was that? Oh, Turkey.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, we were there just for a layover, but we were there all day.
Was it like Istanbul or another country? Istanbul, cool.
And then from there, we went to Africa, Djibouti. Oh, wow. And then that was a trip.
Where was that?
It's
coast of Africa, like
East Coast, West Coast?
East Coast.
I'm not sure yet. You probably know more than I do.
Because it's right when you come around like the Suez Canal and everything. You come down. It's
like what's that? Is that like up near
Indian Ocean?
We need to Google that stuff. We're all sitting here like taking guesses.
Yeah, I should, but that's sad because I should know this.
It was a pretty. It's still a developing country, I'm for sure. So.
Is it a country or a city?
It's a country.
It's a country.
Djibouti?
Very small.
Yes, Djibouti. Yeah, it's
how do I not know this?
Well,
Djibouti.
You need to get your.
It's D. No, actually, it's DJ.
Like Django, kind of thing.
DJ.
Yeah, the D silent. Yeah.
D silent. It's French.
DJ and then
what?
Ja.
U.
Jamiroquai.
I. It should be something like that.
Google will figure it out.
Yeah.
Google
learns
everything.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, not at all. And then from there, we flew to the Middle East, or Asia, and then the Middle East. So right there by literally the border of like the Arabs. I mean the Arabs.
Iraq and Iran.
Yeah, all of that.
All that good stuff right there.
Yeah, we're all in the mix. We're all in the mix there.
In the mix.
Literally, in the mix.
Mesopotamia.
Yeah.
The Fertile Crescent area.
Yeah, but that's blew away over there. But then, other than that, that's pretty much all I got.
But did you get a good reception from the troops?
Oh,
did their morale go up?
Oh gosh, it's funny because some of the music they were playing, we played like maybe about a year or so kind of music, and they were acting like it was just some new stuff that came out,
Yeah.
Like we know this song has been out forever, but to them it's like what,
wow, because it's so cut off.
Yeah, pretty much. All they do is literally like some bases were better than others, but some bases they had nothing. Like nothing. Like you would probably kill yourself being there for 6 months or 9 months. How long they were stationed there? It's usually about 9 months?
9 months. Sometimes you do more terms. Like when I was over there, like I was on a ship and then I'd go on land, but it's just like you're so cut off from the world because you can't go on the internet most of the times. Only certain times you go on the internet. I mean, they say this thing called loose lips sink ships, so you can't talk about anything. So you're like totally cut off from your loved ones. and like you bond together more and with your team, you know, and you lean on each other because like I would order online CDs. This is back when CDs were like jumping, you know, and like I would get the CDs, they would fly them on a helicopter or a ship, and then put it on, and we distribute it, and it was amazing because everyone wanted the music, you know, because we're so starved for what's going on in your country, you know, where you're from, and it was really like stressful sometimes, man, because you didn't feel like you're a whole human because everyone had the other music and the culture is way back there, you know. So, but DJ Ogi, I mean, have you gone anywhere like other than Japan? Like, do you go back a lot?
I back sometime.
Oh, you do? What other countries have you been to other than Japan?
Mexico, DJ in Mexico.
Oh wow, how was that?
I went to with Two Live Crew.
Oh, Two Live Crew.
Girls Gone Wild show.
Oh
that's
my
awesome.
God, that would have been insane.
But when we passed the border with the big buses, and then Mexican mafia caught us.
Mexican mafia?
Yeah,
What?
caught our buses.
What? Yeah.
Then we got stuck like for 2-3 hours.
Were you
Oh my
scared at
gosh.
all?
Oh yeah, I was so scared.
Do they have guns?
I don't know. I
You didn't look?
haven't seen them.
What were
Where
they doing?
Well, maybe they don't like American bikini ladies. So that out of the buses, it's like, Girls Gone Wild.
Oh, you
Oh my
serious?
God. What part of the border were you crossing? Like what city were you crossing into?
Like San Diego? Or?
Yeah. From San Diego.
Oh wow, San Ysidro and all that stuff down there.
Oh
you know.
my
I used to
God.
live in San Diego, so I know that area there.
Oh, yeah.
Like 5 minutes past the
And they
border.
got right 5 minutes. That's it.
What were they doing like for 4 hours?
First of all, I just thought that tire became flat. I heard Mexico doesn't have good road.
Yeah,
So I was like waiting 1-2 hours. Wait a minute, maybe it's too long. The tour coordinator told us the mafia, they are saying give us $5 each.
What?
Shut up.
A toll just
Little
to get
hustlers.
through? Man, look at that, man.
$5 each?
Each, but we have like 30, 40 people.
Oh my
They said,
god.
no way.
I mean that like they're not.
Random.
I mean it's
$5?
they're hustling that $5. It's
Yeah, I'm
really-
like,
That's what
yeah.
I
Don't shine
Real
you.
quick,
Yeah.
it's like,
That is
$5.
$5.
yeah, for my life or like so I
Yeah.
don't get messed up here. Just
That is
Yeah.
so
I'll
random.
be making it rain, man.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
The way I DJ was amazing, so good.
That's good. At least the end of the trip.
Yeah.
You know,
That's good, yeah.
it ended up well.
What
That's
I want to
scary.
know is how many naked backup dancers did you have?
Yeah.
Many?
Couldn't count.
Oh!
More than 30. More than 30.
Look at you. Oh,
No.
Oh,
No, not me.
That's hilarious. Speaking of Mexico, Sophie B, you were in Mexico. I mean, I remember you went like
totally
a
was.
huge trip. Like, tell me more about that, man.
Amazing trip.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You going over the border? Start with that, man. I'm like, oh my god. It's crazy.
That's freaking awesome. So I write. I haven't written for them for a little bit, but I write for an online magazine called Splash Magazine, and I had this amazing opportunity where I got to travel with a bunch of writers and bloggers to Mexico. Like, and I'm like, I'm not a writer or a blogger. I'm just kind of
You
under
just
the
rolled with
radar,
the
like somehow got in on this trip.
You rolled with the punches though.
Yeah.
Right. And so I flew to El Paso, Texas,
I used to live
solo.
there.
You did?
Yes, El Paso, Fort Bliss. El Paso, Texas. Yep.
I didn't think I knew that.
It's all right. You learn something new every day. See,
That
there
you
go.
do.
Yeah. Okay.
So fly to El Paso, Texas. I'm supposed to meet up with the rest of the crew, and my flight's delayed. So when I get there, and so the border town we're crossing into is Juarez, and Juarez is like the town that's notorious for the gang-related. What do you call it? Like, what do you call the cartel?
Yeah.
All the cartel stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so my mum's freaking out about this, like, before I go, are you sure you're safe? Jeremiah, I had called him when I got to the airport and was like, the people had left, they'd gone without me. And then when I called the guy who was the leader, he's like, just hang out there. Like, we might be coming back, we might
We
not.
might.
So, like,
Right.
I'll let you know. And I'm like, okay. And then he calls back and he's like, all right, what you're going to do is you're going to get into a taxi and you're going to go to the border and you're going to get dropped off, like, under the first arch of the bridge. You're going to pay the taxi driver, like, it shouldn't be more than $10. Then you're going to get out. You're going to walk by foot over the border, over the bridge, and when you get to the other side, there's going to be, like, this little concrete hut, and there's going to be a bald man named, like, Guillermo, like, Guito or whatever, who knows what his name was, and he's going to be your connection point, and he'll bring you to the rest of us in Juarez. And I'm like, I'm like on a Breaking Bad mission right now. Like, I'm like, you know, totally. And so I'm calling him as I'm crossing the bridge, and I'm like, yo, I have to, like, walk across the border. I'm like, I'm on my own and whatever. And then you're like, turn back, don't do it. And like the reception was dropping out. I'm like, yo, I can't hear you. Okay, now I'm like really flying solo, like I'm like over, and lo and behold, I get to the other side, and there's no one in this concrete hut. The guy's like got his back to me, and so I like walk up to him like, yo, Guillermo or whoever it was, and he's like, hey, and he was lovely, and he's like, oh my god, hola, ¿cómo está? And the next thing you know, I'm in like some truck with him bombing through like Juarez, him and his buddy. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Anyway. Still alive to tell the tale. Had an amazing time.
I was not happy with
that.
this.
That does not even sound like.
I mean,
sounds
that's not legit.
It was rad, like so rad. And funnily enough, I was actually listening because I did an interview with him, like an audio interview with the guy who takes these trips into Chihuahua, into the state of Mexico, that we were exploring with the group. And I'd never listened to it, and I've just uploaded all this new stuff on my iPod, and then the other night it popped up, and I'm like on this run and listening to it, and it was like it brought back like all these amazing memories, and so it's funny you should bring it up because that's been in the
well, next week
mind.
I'll play by a clip of it, you know, like if that's fine with you.
Absolutely.
Of the part of the interview, and like you went on a train too, like.
We
all
did
through
all
the
sorts of
country,
stuff. It
like,
was fabulous.
Zip lining
Oh
and
my
like
gosh.
food.
Terrifying, but amazing.
I always wanted to do that.
Did you?
Yeah.
I know they have it in Catalina.
They do, yeah. I
The
seen it.
island
I
right
heard
there.
it on the radio or seen it on TV. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw it on TV.
all the way to Canada.
Yeah, that's
I don't know
crazy.
about that. I don't know about that.
But you also, like, when you're on the train, you saw a lot of, like, I saw the pictures are amazing. I mean, and, like, it went from sand to, like, rocky. Like, there was actually a stop where you met an old lady who lived in, like, a cave or something like that. It was selling stuff.
Yeah, there's indigenous people. There's still, like, a really huge indigenous population and people that live in caves and mud brick houses and cowboys, like proper like cowboy country, and I loved it, man. Like in their cowboy hats on their horses, like you're just zipping along in the middle of nowhere, and there's just some dude on a horse. You're like, where's he going? Where did he come from?
Where's he going?
Like, holy,
He's gonna go milk a cow.
it's like he's like having like feeling a bit lonely today, so he thought he'd come up to the tracks and like wave to the people on the train, like. I'm like, what? I don't know.
That's awesome. Speaking of indigenous people, like, even in Australia, what's the Aborigines right there?
Oh my God! This is so rad. There's a guy called David Gulpilil that is an indigenous Australian actor.
Okay.
And he works specifically hand in hand with probably like my favorite film director and writer, a guy called Rolf de Heer.
Okay.
Like mark my words, today I'm saying this, I will be in a Rolf de Heer film. Like, that's my mission right now.
You heard it here, folks.
I'm writing that dude a letter, and I'm like, we have to work together. Like, I'm obsessed with him. Anyway, the great thing is that Rolf's just put out a film recently, and David Gulpilil has just won Best Actor Award at Cannes Film Festival.
Oh, wow.
Which is phenomenal.
That's
so, like,
amazing.
this Australian Indigenous actor, he's been in the game for so long.
Finally get an award.
And Cannes film festival is like one of the biggest.
I mean, it's
in the world. It's
legit.
#1.
Yeah.
You know, like so.
It's a huge honor. It's
Huge honor.
wonderful. It's wonderful. Wonderful for him, and wonderful for Indigenous Australians, and wonderful for Rolf.
It's like history, isn't it? I would think no other
phenomenal.
Australian
It's really
Indigenous
it's
person
really
has
cool.
won that award. That's phenomenal. And like, I always see like history being made every day. Like, and I always tell people this, that people, like, history is subjective, obviously, but I feel in our lives we do first all the time. But you don't. There's not like a soundtrack behind you, like DJ Morale, like playing your soundtrack of your life. But in my head, I had a soundtrack. You know, I'm like, in my head, I'm in the shower. You know, I'm like doing all kind of crazy stuff. So I know there's a running song. I know you guys are very musical and artistic. Do you have like a running song or a running soundtrack in your head, like ever? Like oh, this is my theme
Just
song.
constantly, I'm bringing sexy back.
Oh.
I'm joking. Sometimes.
You know,
That's a good one.
that deserves this.
Exactly.
Oh, do I get applause?
Yes, you do.
Nice.
Hot.
Thanks over here.
Woo! Hey, we love having fun here in the KDHR studios. This is the Writer's Block. Check me out every Friday, noon to whenever. You know.
We didn't hear their sexy songs. I mean, their soundtrack
I'm
songs.
sorry.
No,
I
it's
just weave it
okay.
in and
God,
out, you know.
it's hard to choose one.
How do you bring
honestly.
sexy back, DJ Royale? What is your sexy?
When I dance, when I play and I dance, I'm the same with her. You know, I love to dance. So when I'm on that stage DJing, it can get pretty hot up in there for sure.
And hot and heavy.
In that DJ booth for sure.
And DJ Ogie.
I'll give you jamming too.
Is it
man.
Augie? Ogie? Am I saying it wrong? Ogie?
Yeah.
Ogie. Okay. DJ, I'm me and my words.
That's okay.
But DJ Ogie. Augie. Ogie. Tomato, potato, potato. That's how we all like to dance.
Woo!
Yeah, what is there a running soundtrack in your head?
Probably metronome.
A metronome?
Oh,
Yeah,
crazy.
I like hit the MPC.
Oh.
And
I see.
no contact with metronome. Yeah, that's my soundtrack.
That's awesome, man. Like my soundtrack of my life is Usher. When I was growing up,
Loving that
I
R&B.
love R&B. I love me some Usher because, you know, growing up, my sister, I'd go in her room, you know, she'd be gone. She had a big mirror, and she had one of those 3-disc CD changers.
Oh, that was big back in the
I
day,
was
right?
Oh my
Watching
god,
that thing,
that
man.
like, yeah,
Three?
totally.
Yeah,
You
they'd
get
come
one
out, and I'm like,
for
oh, I get 3 CDs? So I'd have like
It's
mixed
pretty
CDs.
fancy.
Oh,
Right?
the fanciest, man. I had like my pinky out when I had it.
Have you seen that movie, The Wood?
Yes, of
The
course.
Wood?
It was
Okay.
amazing.
So was that you, the kid dancing?
Yes, that was
I
me.
can picture you.
I had a fro too, you know, like a big
Did you
fro.
really?
Yeah, I did it because I played sports and like we all had like this team thing. We'd grow our hair out and stuff like that. And
Did
the
you
one
wear sweatbands? Like,
sometimes, yeah,
Oh, wow.
because it would get in my eyes. You know, that's
Awesome.
saltiness. Ooh, I don't like saltiness. I like sweet. I know
I
I'm
like
not
salty.
salty and savory. Yeah, I'm sweet. Yeah, sweet too. But yeah, I would get in the mirror, you know, and I'd make sure I lock the door, make sure no one's around. You know, I wasn't doing porn, but I was dancing, and I was looking in the mirror.
Wait a minute.
Well, you know, when you
Wait a
lock the
minute.
door. I know I tried locking the door.
I thought I heard that.
just like the
That's
slide, just
right?
like, I wasn't doing porn, I was just dancing.
I was just dancing. But yeah, I put on Usher CD, and I was like, you know, I close my eyes, and I don't know if you guys do this like sometimes, but like when you really want to feel something, you close your
Oh,
eyes,
God.
you know, and it's I don't know what it is, like some vibe, some frequency, some vibration that's inside me. When I hear music that I love, like it makes me want to dance and do something and move, you know,
Oh, yeah.
shake that thing.
I recently had that experience the other day. It was just like some random Friday night where I wasn't DJing, and a friend of mine was playing on the radio, and he played my song, you know. So I jam it up, and I actually made myself a little drink at home.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Started drinking and started dancing. Turned off the lights. Started dancing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
I
know,
got high five you on
right?
that one. That's totally nasty.
Oh,
That's
geez.
awesome,
Yeah.
man.
It was, yeah, it was one of those feelings where you just want the song to keep going. Because when I love a song, I don't know about you guys, but I will play it all day.
Oh,
Every day.
absolutely.
Every day.
Absolutely.
I will burn that song, and people are like, "Shut up with that song!"
Yeah.
But I will play it day in and day
Yeah.
out. I mean, I don't know if you're like that, but you know, I'm so much like that.
I'm
a nerd
definitely
that.
like that.
Till I get to know all the lyrics. I go on, I Google it, make sure I know the lyrics. I sing it, I dance to it, close my eyes, have a
That's
nice
amazing.
drink. Woo.
And you know what's
Right.
a song that like I listen to that made me want to like hear it more and more? It's by you, Sophie B. And I'm
Oh,
gonna preface
Oh.
this song, this Jay-Z and Kanye West, Who Gonna Stop Me, Keto remix. Oh, what's this? Hold up, wait a minute.
Yeah, hold up, one sec. I just want to go back to Djibouti because
Oh, Djibouti, okay.
I found it.
I'm sorry.
I found it. It's freaking tiny.
yeah.
It's
Very
between Ethiopia, Somalia, and Eritrea, and then like across the water from
There's a lot of
Yemen.
Somalia.
And as you said, it's a Suez Canal, right? Is that right?
Yeah,
Or the Red Sea.
I drove with my
Something.
ship through that. Shout to USS Ashland, LSD-48. I
That's
went to
right.
Seychelles, Mauritius,
Oh,
Djibouti, South Africa, Actually, my captain wanted us to go in the water in South Africa, but they don't really tell you that. Well, I watch a lot of nature videos. You know, I love nature. Thank you for that book that you got me. That nature book. It was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Planet Earth. I still have that.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I
come
forgot
on,
about
right?
that.
Connections.
Oh.
But in South Africa, right, they have the biggest sharks. I know in Australia they have sharks too, Great Whites, off the Great Barrier Reef and stuff like that, which I'm going to get to about the environment and what these countries are trying to do with the water. But they have the biggest sharks, like in South Africa.
Oh, wow.
Shout out to John Walker. My boy actually just came from South Africa, went on safari. It was amazing.
Wow.
But these sharks, they breach the water. They come up. And my captain didn't know that sharks don't. It's not like Jaws where like there's demons like dun 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 dun. They come from the bottom, you know, and then they come up from the bottom. Now they're here, which is on you, eating you. You know, they come up really fast. And we were telling our captain this because we do this thing where we put a rib boat. It's a really fast boat, small. We put a machine gun on front, a 50 cal machine gun, protect us from sharks. It's shark protection. And we were like, hey, we're about to go home to see our family and friends.
We don't want to.
I do not want to go on the water, like in the middle of the ocean. I don't know if you've ever been in a boat in the middle of the ocean.
No.
It's kind of scary.
No, I would
you
never
know?
do that.
And you go in the water and you're swimming around with your friend, like, hey, and all of a sudden you're gone. You know, so I wasn't all about that. So they canceled the open swim, they called it, and we steamed back home. But yeah, that part of the world is beautiful. Like, I think we need to put more money into Africa to help them out, you know, because it's been messed up so much with China and America, like, messing with it right now, and just the long history of Africa, like, with the exploitation and everything. And we need to put more money in, like, these countries in a constructive way that goes directly to the people. We need to bypass all, like, the big politicians, you know, and I'm a political science student here at Cal
Put money in the right hands.
Yes, and we could do that, I feel, internet-based. There's a thing called Bitcoin coming out. I don't know if I agree with it right now. I don't know enough information about it. But money right now, we all use credit cards, debit cards, right? Paper money, I feel, is a dumb thing. Cutting down trees to put, you know, use paper. Ones and zeros. That's what really money is nowadays. In a computer, you know, binary code. It's all our imagination, basically, and your confidence in the money, you know. So why don't we just give people $2,000 a year or whatever money? I mean, we'll have a system where you work like other countries. They work less. You get paid more. You have pregnancy, paternity leave for women. I mean, in America and other countries that need to be progressive, we need to have ways that we cut down the productivity of humans, because right now you're not getting paid for 40 hours what you're supposed to be. In reality, you're supposed to be getting paid like $25 an hour. It's kind of insane. And I feel that if we cut down the hours, so say you work 4 hours a day and you work 4 hours a day, and we can encompass it into 24 hours, right? Everyone can get a job plus work less, get just enough benefits, because we're getting more to automated systems. You know, if you don't have to worry about money and just have to work a little bit, you can pursue the dreams and purposes that you always wanted to. I mean, there's so many genius people in this world that don't get the chance to do their passions because they're worried about working at McDonald's. You know, if you can actually go through your pursuits. Yeah, minimum wage. I mean, have the opportunity to go to school. School should be free for children, you know? Like, healthcare should be free for children. You know, all these things, food, free. And I feel like there is a push in societies and cultures around the world using the internet and using social media to help further our world in a better way. Do you feel that's true? I mean, Sophie, do you feel that's true, or no? Am I being an idealist?
I don't know. Like that's such a complex. Like, there's so much to what you're talking about. I don't even really know where to start. It's all right. I mean, I just feel that we can't have the status quo. If we just sit on our butts and like, hey man, like, someone's gonna change it, it's never gonna change. Because what's government? What's culture? It's people. And who are people? Us, sitting here. So one of the things I always talk about on radio show is we have the power, just by talking right now, to affect change. You know, just to put that kernel of knowledge in someone's brain through your music, through your just being you. You know, like. Yeah. You affect people around you. You're affecting me, looking at me right now.
You know, so I just wanted to get that off my chest, man, before I play your track, because when I listen to other people's music, which DJ Morale's actually gonna play music. Do you want to play music today?
No, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah, I would love to hear your music. Your music's awesome too. And then, like I said, we're gonna end with DJ Ogie over here, but I want to play this track, and then when I come out, I'm gonna play this other track by you.
Amazing.
And I want you to talk about it too, like just what it means to you as an artist and just being a human being on this earth.
Can I do a little intro to this track?
Yes, of course.
Nice.
So, before I lived in Los Angeles, I lived in London.
Brixton!
Represent.
You made an awesome video too. I saw that.
Thank
Brixton
you.
video. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
Thanks, dude.
The marketplace and all that stuff.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Totally. Anyway, I lived with the wonderful Mikey Lebbing, aka Keto, whose birthday it is today. So
Happy birthday!
if you're listening, all the kisses and hugs. I think you're probably partying because it's late in London, and I just saw that you're going to some party. And it's Friday night. Have a wicked birthday, honey bunch. Anyway, so I had the opportunity to do, it's like the tiniest vocal on her track, but she got asked to do like an official remix for Jay-Z Kanye's
Oh, wow.
Who Gonna Stop Me.
And they used your voice.
And they ended up using this little like vocal track, so it was cool. Like
Awesome.
right before I left London, Micah goes out with a DJ called Feeds from France, or a DJ producer from France, and he was playing in a club in Brixton, and we went, and he like dropped this track with like 1,000 people, and like just like hearing my little vocal, like I was like, oh my god, like it was like the raddest thing on earth. Anyway, Keto normally works with like her best friend Rhea, and she's the vocalist, and Micah does all the beats and production stuff. So they're super blowing up. They did the track Sweet Talk, that was like their like big banger, you know,
Big track, number one.
big track that like blew up, and it's
Wow.
been really, really good for them. And I've just seen that they've just released a track with Zebra Cats, who's amazing. It's called Words, and it's a Keto Rhea Lee Max. It's wicked. So yeah, so this is the track that we did together, and that is all.
All right, here we go. It's Jay-Z and Kanye West. Who Gonna Stop Me? All right, can you go? Put the headphones up?
Yeah.
Can I go to the?
Yeah, go to the blue.
Okay.
I'm gonna play a track, and then Royale can
Yeah.
go in there. So then when I play this other music, because I'm gonna play a track. Awesome job, awesome job, Royale. So it's right around the corner.
You gotta tell me.
That way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You make sure that. Let me see. I want to hear her voice.
Oh, yeah, that's her. Right there.
Oh, really? So really close.
I can't stop. Yeah.
That's her voice?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. I was like, Jay-Z and they use your music and then your voice. Like, that's awesome. So yeah, whenever you're done, go get your stuff, and then I'm gonna just go let you say play, right? And then after you're playing, you know, just give me like this when you're done. I'm gonna do the 2-minute thing, so you can like do whatever. Okay.
Who gon' stop me? No brakes in the State Farm. So many watches, I need 8 arms. One neck, but got 8 charms. Who gon' stop me? Niggas talking, they bitch made. Ixnay off my dick snay. That's pig lad. Itch babe. Who gon' stop me, huh? Last night ain't go so well. Got kicked up at the hotel. Got a little funky like Marvin now, but yes, tell I was Roselle. Who's a commentator? If you pick me paper, everybody I know from the hood got common haters. Some relations, supposed to say, I'm supposed to do, man, but I live in a fucking waitress. I heard these niggas racist, well, I guess it's someone faces. I only like great faces. It's something like millions of people. Weed purple, my money purple. Y'all Steve Urkel, I'm open circle. I'm purple person, I'm over her. So, who gonna stop me, huh? Beat the odds, beat the facts. The one beat why better get the cash. Stop me, bro. Better get rich. Night shit. 66. Give me
Some of your little chips. You have some of these?
Yeah. Want to take a chip? A crisp?
Crisp.
Crisp. Yeah, crisp. Yo, yeah. Very good, man. Picking me up and stuff like that, and good show so far, man.
Oh, good.
I like the energy, and just like it's all like just awesome.
I love those two. They're amazing.
Oh yeah, they're awesome.
We have to go out to one of their nights.
No one's going to come. VIP will be chill. Oh, these are really good.
I just want to see them both play.
Okay.
I'm party with them.
This is an awesome song. Oh, these are really good. I don't know why he should have let him lock the door.
Oh, sorry. I didn't
Alright.
realize. How come
Sorry
it
about
locks
that.
just so no one can get in? No smoking or eating. I can't stop.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Dude, I'm
Hey,
smoking.
I'm gonna play like one track. Tell me when you're ready to go.
I'm ready to go. Just tell me when you
Okay.
want me
Do you need the mic at all, or do you want me to just intro like, yo, this is DJ Ralph,
Bye.
Lenars.
Yeah.
This is
do
her,
that.
and she's in the mix. And it's like,
Yeah, I have an
what?
intro. That
Oh, you have an
I
intro?
can
Okay,
intro
yeah,
that.
do that. All right.
Alright.
When I go like this,
Mhm.
that's when I'm telling you to go.
Okay.
Are you gonna go straight into the other track?
Yeah.
I'm not listening to this for a little while. It's
Okay,
almost
yeah,
like
well.
anniversary coming up as well.
That's her, right there.
Wow.
This is a short show.
Eat them all.
Got this song. This is only like 2 minutes long. This morning, yeah.
I came knocking at your door to say hello. What happened? Come up to get to know you. After all these years, but the walls pulled up and
I'm afraid of.
crashing in your eyes. Why don't you give me a moment of your time? Why don't you answer some questions? Why don't you fix up to all that? All that is looking at you in the face, all that you created on this mother earth. But I'm a part of it, you see your daddy, daddy, oh, where'd you go, you running alone, well, waiting for you to come home, daddy, waiting for you to come home, daddy, waiting for you to come home.
Oh, that's dope. Love it. Bounce those titties, boys.
Raise the roof,
Dude, she's like a clear red vinyl. Amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing because that's what they use. They both use it. It's like a digital thing too, so it's. Oh, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like you see her laptop. She has. You can go in there real quick. I mean, look in there. No, you're good. No. Yeah, she has a vinyl thing in there that like. No, keep.
You're good.
You're good.
Get her out.
Yeah, we're like making her like, what's going on? We're doing all this ninja stuff, like.
Ooh! Drop that. Ow.
Those chips were good, though.
Yeah.
They were really, I burned them.
So good.
They were so good, man. I'm like, where's another bag? I'm serious. The crumbs on my
What else
mouth.
have you got?
Hmm?
What else have you got? You've only got sweet
Yeah,
stuff, right?
I only have a Snicker bar. I mean, you can have half of it if you want.
No, I'm trying to be good.
Yeah. I'm trying to like. I have a piece of gum if you want one. Just like
Oh.
clean your palate real quick,
Yeah.
and then. What these
Is
gums?
that fiery cinnamon?
Yeah. No.
No, I got other gum. Thanks, sir.
Fire cinnamon. It's not fire.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't. It's
It
like
tastes-
tastes like spicy in your mouth.
Try one. You go.
Good. I got my try. Thank you.
You're like.
I got my fruity stuff.
We're definitely gonna come to see you. I'm dead serious. I want to go to Mayan, man. Probably come next week.
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday. Which one's the best day to come?
Friday.
Friday?
I have great time.
All right. So I'll put up because I see you post stuff about the guest list. So I'll put on the guest list. All right. And so I can be like, hey, what's up? Okay. You know me. Mm-hmm.
Tune.
Oh, that makes. Yeah, I need to do that. So I'm like in the. Office.
Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl.
Yeah, like her SoundCloud, man, and Odie's SoundCloud too. They have
Show up.
good music.
If you're looking for devotion, come to me. Yeah. Yeah, go. What's happened to your bro? He hasn't called in yet. Bro, your brother?
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Your brother?
Oh, is he
Called
calling?
in? I don't know.
Oh, no, I don't. No, he hasn't called in yet. He told me he's going to try because he works at Whole Foods in West WeHo. You should go, you can probably get you a drink or something like that in there.
Okay.
'Cause I know you work near there. Like, just walk up to the
Kinda
Whole Foods
ish.
right there. Yeah, it's kind of far, actually.
Oh, I sung this in a choir once. Love this track. We should like bring tequila shots in and like fucking
I would do that. Get drank.
Are you allowed to?
What, in here?
Yeah. You
What,
can
like
just do it
alcohol?
anyway. Yeah.
Well, you gonna get it right now, you mean?
No.
Oh, my God.
I gotta go to work. And
I'm sorry.
No, I mean just generally. I'm just giving you ideas.
Oh, yeah, I can do that sometime. I don't care. I'm down for that. Am I missing what you really said?
Play a drinking game.
Oh, in here? I thought you meant bring alcohol in here and like drink.
That's what I mean.
And play a drinking game.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly.
I gotta depend on Steve. I would do anything. But
Can you imagine you
He
on
can
the
hear.
board? You'd be a mess.
I'm just like slide in my hand. It might work though. It might work. I don't know. Okay, when I come out, break. Then you can see my dance. If you play some music at the line, I'll dance. It's a big place. I'll get down. I'll show you how to get down. I'll make everyone get around me and everything. Have like a circle and stuff like that. Just hit it. What time do you have to go to work? Like real soon?
What?
What time do you have to go to work?
I think I have to be there by 4.
Traffic.
I need
You
like
have to
an
go
hour to get
yeah.
there.
So
I think it's pretty good.
we've been doing the show for an hour and a half right now. You know what?
Oh, crazy.
Time
flies when you're having fun.
I know. Like my show used to be 3 hours sometimes. I used to do it all the time, 3 hour show. Then I cut it down to 2. I was like an hour and a half, but I was like, I need my time. Like I used to have so many pages, like 7 pages worth of stuff. I'm just talking with music, like videos, and live people, you know. It's just like, you know, no, whatever. But I just like having a longer time, you know. So then people can just turn it on, walk away, go upstairs, come back, still on, talking, you know. So it's like, and then like if they listen to like 3 of my shows that were 3 hours, that's like half a day. You know, you keep on playing this music and learning, like, so it's like, that's awesome. I'm waiting for this program director from KPFK. I'll be hosting, but I'll be in charge of all the programming on the radio station. Wow. It's my dream job. Like, more than anything, it's my dream. I feel that if I get this job, it'll be a culmination of my life's work, you know, like, this is where I want to be. So, you know, I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket, but I'm telling the universe, being positive, thinking positive, this is what I want. I'm trying to hone my craft more right here. It's hard because I'm doing the boards, plus talking, plus doing stuff, and trying to sing. So it's like tough, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's tough, man. Like, I'm working on this, how you guys doing? What's this? And then it's still like madness! I'm like, oh, my head's blown. Okay, let's see what we're doing to next.
Go, girl.
Okay, when you come back, right, you're gonna like, hey, you know, talk about what they just heard, like talk about Daddy, that came out, Royale. You know, we talk a little bit of music, but then I want to go into these 2 topics. Like go into these 2 topics about fan campaign and the YouTube thing I'll tell you about. We're gonna go on those 2 things, and then this some poetry video by this guy Jason Silva, and then I'm gonna play one. What is it? I'm gonna. What is it? I have a movie here, so I don't need that.
What time do you have to wrap?
Hopefully 4 or 2.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I have a. And I'm about to tell her. Well, no, it's 1:47 right now. It's maybe like 2:15.
Yeah, perfect.
But I mean, you can always go too. Like, you don't. I can always like weave in stuff like, hey, you know, yeah. So we can do that, and then maybe we get close. You know, if you're thinking at the time, like, hey, just talk. You know, it's like, hey, you know, guys, I love to, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm out here checking out these sites and everything, blah, blah. And go to Ogie then, and you're gonna close out the show, right? Yeah, DJ, yeah. And you'll go to the show, and then I'll give you like this, and then set up, and then I'm gonna go like this, and you'll play, and then when I like go like that, that's me gonna wind it down, and then I'll end it. All right, cool. Jamaican, the Barbados. The island music. It's like the best music I've ever had on my show. I'm serious, man. This is awesome. Alright, do you need anyone need any water? You guys do this? You want water? Yeah.
Have you got spare water, Jesus?
Yeah. I have it from my desk.
How hilarious is that? It's nice water.
No,
Did you say that?
you want it? Yeah, no, I've never seen a nice water. No problem.
Are you on Facebook, DJ Ogie? What's your app?
DJOGGY.
Here it is.
DJOGGY, so as it is. And is it DJ Royale for Facebook? Babe?
Oh, wait.
You know, is it DJ Royale for
Yeah, I get it.
Facebook?
Yeah, that's
How do you
her.
spell it? DJ D.
ROYELLE.
Got it. Royale, very French.
She's like the only one who has that. I feel. No.
Where do you live?
Like mid-cities, Educatown, Koreatown. Where do you live?
I live near Kalbasari, Venice Boulevard and Robertson.
Oh, okay, so I'm
Kalbasari downtown.
Culver City, downtown. Oh, Culver City, downtown.
Like Venice Boulevard.
Well, I know Venice Boulevard because that's my cross street, like
I'll keep
between
it going.
Venice and Washington. But I don't know, like, what's your cross street? What's the other cross street?
Robertson.
Oh, Robertson?
Yeah.
Oh, we're not too far away from
Yeah.
each other. How do you like living where you live?
Apartment
It's good. How long have you been in LA?
since 2002.
Oh wow, you've been here.
That's a long time.
You're an Angelino, pretty much. You're local, through and through. And have you been DJing that whole time?
Yeah.
Very nice.
And
Is that all you do? Do you have like another job?
I make music.
Produce?
DJing, yeah.
Domo Music Group? Domo Music
Yeah.
Group? So yeah, when I introduce you, like when I go to you for music, I'm gonna read off this stuff, so like they can follow you and everything, and then I'm gonna hit you. Yeah, alright. So we're gonna be good with that. That's the, instead of like the intro, like how she has an intro, it's gonna be I'll be your intro, and then you just come in there, and then whatever you're going down, then go down. We're coming in. Wow. That is amazing.
That was a session.
That was a jam session and a half, man. Like, it was amazing, man.
Didn't those last tracks like kind of make you want to like be on a beach in Brazil or something, like drinking
Yeah.
like pina coladas,
Yeah.
and, like I don't know, splashing in the ocean,
Oh
like
my god.
oh, feel good music.
Such feel good music, man. I'm just like, oh, I want to hear it again. And you will hear it again because DJ Ogie is going to end the show with some amazing music as well. But that last track, Daddy, was very powerful. Well, not last track, but the last track I played. Your music was a really, really powerful song, and I know it had a lot of heartstring pulling in that song when you were writing it and performing it and singing it at our friend who, rest in peace to Larry, you know, like.
Yeah, I was just
right
saying
there.
his anniversary is coming up. It must be like next. No, it's his 16th of August. So
is
it's
it?
in a couple of months. God, I always feel weird when I drive past his place downtown.
Well, I'm the same. I remember down there at Skid Row and everything, and like I just remember that time Larry and you were making music, and it was just it was like a great partnership.
So talented.
Such a talented musician, and he had all his instruments. It was just,
dude, you would have loved, like, there was no one that didn't love that place. Like, it was like he lived in this amazing like warehouse apartment downtown that was like a museum. That guy had like more musical instruments than you could poke a stick at. He just acquired a pipe organ from a church like somewhere in like the north of the US, and had like had it fucking trucked down to his place and was like putting the thing together, and he was so passionate about it, and he'd blow on the different little pipes and be like, this is a D sharp, you know, like whatever, and like he loved it, and he was a wizard. Like, that guy could pick up anything. He just before he passed away, he just bought I think like a Chinese harp, like they're the ones that are like lay down and flat, and this thing was worth a bomb, and he was doing like beautiful things with that one day. I mean, so he did the accompaniment for the track Daddy, because originally when I'd recorded that track, it was pretty much freestyle. Like, I got sent a sample from a really talented friend of mine that does hip hop in Melbourne, and he sent me just that acoustic hook. And I was sitting in my bedroom one night, and I probably had one too many glasses of wine, and, you know, like getting on my laptop and freestyling to beats and doing, you know, that kind of jazzy jazz, and
totally understand.
and yeah, love it. And then something resonated with that, and I'd always wanted to write a track about my father who left when I was really little, and that I reconnected with later on in life, and it's been a really epic part of my journey. And so that track kind of came out like almost like it was freestyle. The first, I mean, it was a freestyle track. There was nothing written. I sang it, and that was it. And it was very raw, and it was recorded like this, like into my laptop microphone, and it sounded super, super raw and, you know, out of the bedroom. But I loved it because it was really, really like kind of I don't know, soulful, whatever. Anyway, but I wanted to see if I could do something more with it, and then Larry accompanied me, and we re-recorded it and put that together. But thank you, but I'm glad that it
really touched me. Yeah, well,
I
have this story, like, my dad wasn't always there either, you know, I didn't really know him. Like, even when I was born, my mom told me that he had to give me a lollipop every day for like 2 weeks, so I'd recognize he was my dad, because, you know, he was out doing missions, whatever, you know, Army Ranger stuff. And I never got to see him. He didn't see me being born. My aunt actually was in the room to actually see me born. I was born in a winter storm on Valentine's Day, so like my mom's like, I'm her gift, you know, kind of thing. But that song resonated with me because of the daddy thing, that we have such an emotional attachment to the father figures in our life, whether it be our fathers, someone who's our mentor to us, in the like a Larry kind of mentor to us in the music game kind of thing. So like I really wanted to play that song.
No, I was saying, especially girls, we need our father. We need like a strong father figure there, and I'm lucky to say that I've had my father. I mean, he's been, you know, there since day one. So I've always had a very macho dad, you know. So like exactly right. He used to always wear. He still wears the Superman necklace.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, the Superman. That's how I.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, because that's just who he is. He's like super dad. You know, he can do whatever, and I feel protected and when I'm with him, you know. So that's I think every little girl should feel that. Unfortunately, there's unfortunate situations where some girls don't have that. But even if it's not their dad, they need a strong male.
Well, I feel
that presence for sure.
Yeah, I definitely feel that's true. I was a girls softball coach in Bronx, New York, and I could see the girls like look up to me, because there was a lot of single moms, you know, and it was difficult sometimes for them to look at me not as a their dad kind of thing, because I'm being disciplined and I'm like praising them when they do well. So like it's that emotional attachment. So at the end of the year, like I felt like kind of sadness that I like help these kids, these girls become like young women, kind of like building up their confidence and help shape them, and like I never forget that. So it was a really cool thing, and I'm actually going to be a coach in Normandy in LA in Koreatown, coaching boys basketball. So I'm actually online doing some training right now. It's taking me forever, but it's for the kids. Like,
that's wicked. It's so cool.
Like I feel like our kids are our future. And no matter if you have a dad or mom, or if you don't have any of them, or even if they're gay or lesbian parents, like because we're being progressive in this country. Look to other people too to be your mentor if you don't have one. I mean, look to people that you feel that maybe are educator, or if you're a musician, or someone in your field that you want to do or go to. If you're growing up, if you're a kid or anyone listening to this, there's a field that you want to go into, i.e. music, science, being a teacher. Go to that field and look for the people who you like. That's a key thing sometimes. But look at someone who's been in the field for a while. I mean, Ogie, how long have you been DJing for? You've been in LA for what, 2002 or something like that?
Since
So
2002.
check out a DJ Ogie or a DJ Oral, or for being an actress or actor. Check out Sophie B online or social media sites. Because I know you even have people like a Francesca, I think it is, and you talk with other actresses that help you in your journey and your quest to become an even better actress, here in LA.
I mean, absolutely. I think it's exactly what you're saying. You have people that are in the same pool, the same school, whether it's of thought or career or whatever else, and so you go to those people that you respect or you admire, or that might be a couple of steps ahead of you in the game, or might be 20 years older than you, or whatever, and look to them for wisdom and direction, because you can get lost sometimes.
Definitely.
Or you don't know where to go. You get to a point where you're like, all right, I've got to this point. Now what do I do?
Yeah, no, it's 100% true, man. Like sometimes it's a struggle to find that path that you need to reconnect on, because I feel like I plateaued. I'm at this area where I can't go higher or lower. And I feel that when we have these mentors in our lives, and the situations that we come through, it's good to have someone in your corner, like a team, like we were talking about earlier. Having a strong team, having a good mentor, and just believing in yourself. If you believe in yourself that you can do it, you can get in the game. And there's different levels of success. I feel people all want to have that Brad Pitt, that Angelina Jolie, that Jay-Z, Beyonce level of fame and fortune. But I feel that you can still have their type of notoriety, but it could be on a smaller scale. There's other people. I mean, you get so much. I get so much joy when people watch my show and they're like, "Hey, man, I learned something," or "Hey, it's cool, man." Like just touching one person. It doesn't have to be thousands. It doesn't have to be millions.
100%.
It can be that can snowball by touching one person. You can affect change in his life or his or her life. And they could do stuff just based off what you did. It's like a tree, like branching off from you. Just because you don't tangibly see it right now, that you have the fans or have this success that you want, their success is based on other things. It's all about perspective, and the perspective you look at is like it's skewed in your own brain, right? That my ego is like telling me that, man, I should be bigger than this. Or why is that person doing this thing and I'm not, because I'm just as talented as that person. But inside of each of us is genius. Inside of each of us is the reality that we are awesome. We got to tell ourselves that every day. No matter, when I told you about that Kurt Vonnegut quote, man, it's very true. Like you'll get in a pattern of greatness if you believe in yourself. Humans go into patterns all the time. That's what we do. We do patterns. And if you're in a self-defeating pattern, all the things, it's not like the Secret kind of thing where you attract stuff, but you will attract negativity. You will attract negative things happening to you. So as long as you have a positive mindset, things might not always work out, but you will have success. Not maybe the success that you want or the path, but you're going there, and it's still there. It's still a success. A success. There's not such thing as a big success or a small success. Success. As long as that word success is in there, it's a success. You know, and like our lives are really short, but they're very powerful, I feel. And we can make them even more powerful with our perception and our minds, you know. So it's all about how you feel, emotion, the music, you know, the soul, the way you feel when you wake up in the morning, you hear your favorite song, you're in the shower, you know, sliding like James Brown, side to side, you know, doing your thing, waiting for the day, you know, because the day's like gonna be random. You know that when you get out the door, you know it's gonna be a random day. But if you go with a positive mindset, you can conquer Mount Everest.
Yeah.
You can go to the bottom of the sea. You can go to the universe, anywhere. You can do anything because everything's inside of you. You are music. You are culture. You are gods, man. Like,
Well
it's
said.
Amen.
true.
Well said, Roma.
Okay, let me blank out. Where are we right now? What's going on?
Planet Earth.
Planet Earth. But yeah, it's just I feel strongly about this stuff, man. Like, people are so powerful. I feel like there's so many people so many haters out there, man. So many haters like, oh, you can't do that, or you can't do that, but you really can. You really can. And when more people understand that they can do anything, the world's going to be even better than it already is. Because in this present moment of listening to this show, of you guys being right here, is the best time ever. There's past we can think in our mind because we're conscious beings, but right now, this second is the best. It's amazing. You know, and if we have that mindset, then it's going to be all right. It's going to be okay.
It always is.
Yeah, it is. Always is.
Well,
You know?
it's just like, there's an expression that my mum said to me once that was like, oh god, here we go, this is the story of my life. I got to like quote things and I don't remember them.
Oh, I'm the same.
No, it's
That's
all right.
totally what I do on that. Let me tell you a joke. In the next lifetime.
Right.
It's something like it all works out in the end.
Yeah.
And if it hasn't worked itself out, then it's not the end. So,
Right.
does that make sense?
No, that makes perfect
Yeah.
sense. Perfect sense.
Yeah. Like,
No, that's
Alright.
cool. No.
all our minds are blown right now.
I know they really are. That was some deep-ish. Like
It's all good though. We
Yeah.
know what you were talking about. Like we
Yeah.
know the direction and path you were trying to take us down.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of times when we talk, communication is a big thing with humans. You know, especially in relationships with everyone, in work relationships and in love relationships. Communication is big, and I feel like I try to communicate via my radio station. You guys via your art, whether it's music or acting, that we try to communicate what's inside of our brain, and most of the times it's a positive thing, you know. But it's all a balance too. You show people the negative stuff inside you too, but people learn from that too. Like, oh, that's not how to act, or maybe I can learn how to change that aspect. You know, how it's a symbiotic thing. You know, there's a duality. I always say to everything. But I want to play a quick track then and music, and then we're gonna have DJ Ogie ending the show. This show has been freaking amazing. Just having people from all cultures, all backgrounds coming here on the writer's block and melding and making it awesome. Because I love doing radio, and I love bringing you guys the best people in the world, aka everyone, because everyone is cool, unless you're like Jeffrey Dahmer or something like that. But people that I bring on here are cool. You know, and I just want to personally thank you guys for all coming on, man. You guys are really
Thank you, and thank you for introducing me to these two
Likewise.
wicked peeps.
Hey, LA, man, it's all about making connections, you
Sure
know,
is.
and you never know who you're gonna
You know,
meet.
it's who you know.
It's who you know,
Right.
You know, and I feel like LA is the place. It's the mecca, one of the universe spots in this whole universe to listen to awesome music. Go to the Mayan.
Oh my god,
I mean-
there's so much going on, isn't there? You were going to
Yeah.
say something about the concert tonight.
Oh yeah, there's a concert going on tonight. It's gonna be awesome. Do you know the lady?
Angelique Kidjo, and she's
Amazing!
performing at California Plaza downtown.
California Plaza,
I don't know
downtown.
exactly where that is, but
It's right on Grand Street, Grand Avenue, right near the Walt
is it
Disney.
a Grand Park? No, it's not.
No. You know that little bowl thing where the waterfalls come in? You know the top of that little elevator? Not elevator, the little train thing there?
that's
Angels.
it.
Thing?
Wicked.
Yeah, it's in there. So I'm just like, oh.
Oh my god, can I tell you
8
what
o'clock
else
tonight,
is going to
guys.
be rad that we should all go to.
Come to the mic. Like
So there's also I'm just pulling out my planner here.
Organized.
That just reminds me I have to buy a new one.
Oh,
So
I'll lose my head.
it is at California Plaza as well. So on the July the 4th weekend, it's called the Stones Throw Picnic.
Oh, right.
And it's basically a hip hop picnic, and Peanut Butter Wolf, Madlib, and a whole bunch of other people are playing. And
Oh,
it's
wow.
free. We should go.
It's free.
I mean, I'm
Did you
going.
say free?
I said free.
Free.
We should totally go and like take a little like
Field
hip
trip.
flask and a little field trip. Exactly.
Flask? Do I hear flask as well?
A hip flask and
Goodiness.
whiskey or something.
Oh, okay.
A little sniffer.
We're and I are on the same.
I just want to go over this topic, guys. We've been talking about music all motherfucking day. And I want to just get your opinion on fan campaigns, right? Like, going on the internet, right, you want to find music. You go on SoundCloud, Hilly Dilly, all these sites. But it's really hard to sometimes get on the major labels, the major, huge labels that put out music, like Warner Music Group and stuff like that. How do you feel about, like, the more grassroots elements of the music game? Like, and our actressing and being an actor, it's really hard to like get to the very, very top. I've been saying that on the show. How do you feel about like having more grassroots, lower level, using your own wits and intelligence to put your own stuff out there instead of waiting on like an agent or some guy to come around and tell you, oh, this is how it's gonna be? How do you feel about that, Sophie B? Or did you allow? Because I know you do your own stuff. I mean, I saw you're trying to trademark your stuff and do your own thing, make your own company and be a business. I mean, you're going to school for business.
Right.
So
I think it's a little bit of both. It just depends on what stage you're at and how you go forward from what you want. And the thing is with me, it's you need some help with some things because you don't know everything.
true.
And so there's a lot of tricky things out there. There's a lot of shadiness out there. So you definitely need people to point you to the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
But then, there's you. You have to do the work. You have to be. I saw one of those memes on Instagram, which I love.
The memes are awesome.
Right? There's a lot of crazy ones out there.
Yeah.
But this one had to do with you have to be an everyday hustler in order to make it to your top. You know what I mean? So meaning like you gotta just hustle. You gotta you gotta
do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do
Yeah.
to make it to the next level, and that's only gonna take you. It's no one else gonna push you. So at the end of the day, like I said, it's all about you and what are you striving for? What is your your
motivation.
Exactly. And then you
Self-motivation.
have those great people that are there to help you and to point, like I said, in the right direction. But it's a balance. But mainly it starts with you.
I agree with that 100%.
And I think you gotta like whatever it is that you're going for, you've got to practice it. And whatever that means, it just means kind of doing it. And if that for me is standing in front of the mirror and learning a monologue and doing the monologue, or if it's working on accents, or if it's everyday talking in American accent, so people, so I get that going, or whatever it is.
You change your accents.
Is there any accents that you do other than American? Like, is
I
there?
do Russian quite well.
Oh.
I just did the Russian part.
Spasiba. Spasiba.
Absolutely.
Multiculturalism.
Yeah, I love accents. Like I love. I do a real good rude girl straight down from the Brixton trash. I get round and I wind it round and I get down on the dead floor. I can go for days.
Oh my God.
But you gotta do it. You gotta practice it. I can feel myself like totally like blushing. So I'm like, oh my God, that was so silly.
No, it's
that was
awesome.
great.
That's great. We love that.
And I'm
stuff.
not even boozed.
Oh.
You should do like a crazy Latina,
Ooh.
Oh my God.
Essay.
I love that. I think I'm just gonna do like parodied like video clips. I've got this like track that I've started writing like called the Nutcracker.
Nutcracker.
Yeah, and I just want to be like this ghetto fabulous like I'm like. We started sorry, this is like a complete thing. We started this in London because I lived with a guy that was a designer, an industrial designer, and he made this nutcracker that had a moustache on it, right? And I was like, you need a theme song for your nutcracker and whatever. And anyway, so it's gone from there. So much silliness. Totally off track. But do it. Practice it and and put your stuff out there, and you know, and this is the thing that I'm learning, like in like make my own music stuff and trying to like write my own like film projects, or even like the writing stuff that I do and blogging online. Like I have to say it freaking terrifies me, which is why like for 2 months I've sat on like one blog post because I'm like, it's not quite right and the grammar's not quite right and the point isn't quite right, and I'm like perfectionist, like, you know, like too hard. And at the end of the day, sometimes you just got to let go and like put it out there, and if it sucks, big fucking deal. Like no one actually cares that much. Like that's the thing. Like no one actually cares that much. Like they'll forget about that. You know, in a split second. So you got to put it out, take the feedback, take it on the chin if it's kind of, you know, like, oh, I wasn't quite into it, you know, and try and see how you can grow and learn, and it's only through that process, through, you know, taking the hits or, you know, whatever, and then having the glorious moments where, you know, I'm so stoked that you love Daddy. Like that's a real, like song. That's success to me. Like I'm winning, you know, like I'm like, that's awesome. And the message, like the story that I'm sharing resonates with you, you know. I can like totally understand. That's why I make art. That's why I speak, and I think I'm a wordsmith. I like said this to Marty the other day. I'm like, I'm a cunning linguist, and he's like, you're a what? I'm like, that's what they call me. Did you not know? Settle down.
Simmer down now.
Yeah, right. But you know, yeah, express yourself. Express yourself. Yeah.
Cool song.
That's it.
That's great.
That was great, man. Like I felt the power of your words in my ears. And it's a little buzzing.
Oh, that cunning linguism.
Cunning linguism. It's great. It's very great. But yeah, I definitely want you guys to come back on my show another time, if that's cool with you guys.
Oh, yeah. Definitely not.
No! Heart crushed.
I know, right?
Just absolutely crushed. It's all right, though.
No, I would love to come back.
Thank you very much. I want to play this quick video. It's about poetry by Jason Silva. It's Shots of Awe. It's an amazing guy. He does brain games, and he just talks about what is poetry. And since this is like a music / culturally artistic thing show, I want to play for you guys. So here is Jason Silva poetry. Hope you like it, and we're gonna come back in the mix with more me and the people around me. Listen.
So I think a lot about the role of poetry. What is poetry? And I've come to the conclusion that poetry is essentially a technology of attention. It's a magnifying glass. It unveils in the full meaning of the term. It strips bare under a light and shatters our indifference to the everyday. It awakens the ontological wow. It makes us realize that we are alive. It italicizes experience. You know, the paragraph of subjectivity, the narrator in our head that's being written, the paragraph in real time that is the voice in our head that lets us know that we exist, becomes emboldened and underlined. When we read a poem, the poem reads us. It's a tool of illumination. It's an altar. It's something we surrender to in hopes of leading us towards a place of radical exaltation.
He's got such a cool voice.
Wow.
He's amazing. Like, I love his work. It's like, it's amazing. And he makes you think about like what's going on in the world. Like I always show his clips. It's Shots of Awe on YouTube if you want to check him out. Jason Silva. And just like,
yeah, did you play one last week?
I play it every week.
Oh, sorry.
No,
no,
no it's all right. But his thought process is a futurist process that like everything is connected, everything has a purpose, and it might not have a purpose, but then even in that not having a purpose has a purpose. You know, like he talks about dualities, man. I talk about dualities where there's nothing in everything, but it's made of the same thing. You know, I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but the singularity that is going to come in our lifetime, the next lifetime, sometime. Like when you have deja vu, and you're like, oh, did I do that again? Mm-hmm. We have epic memory. This guy, Carl Jung, right? Carl Jung, yeah. He
Carl Jung, yeah.
Carl Jung, he does dreams. You know, he talks about dreams. Him and Freud.
Freud, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a crazy thing what our minds are. Like everything that song that you guys been playing or you're DJing came out of your head. Where's that come from? What's imagination? Is that something that's real, tangible that we can touch? Like this table right there, this microphone, it came from someone's head. You know, I equate it with the placebo theory, like when you get healed by like a sugar pill.
Right.
Our minds are so powerful. And in African culture, it's called nomo. It's called, when you name things, right? When you give something a word, words are nomo, they have power. You know, so when you say something, like, hey, build that house, a house gets built by just your words. You know, and that words came from your mind and wherever else, you know, is it coming from the universe? Who knows, right? All this creativity and imagination that's inside all of us is amazing, and it's pure, and it's beautiful, and it's things that we need to relish and show the world more. So I thank you guys for coming on to the Writer's Block. I mean, it's just been just an amazing time, and you're always invited back. I love having guests like you guys on because I learn about myself just by dancing. Like I was dancing up there, listening to your music, DJ Royale and DJ Ogie, and it was just amazing. So thank you. You know.
Thank you.
Thank you a whole lot. Do you guys have any gigs or any shows coming up that you want to tell anyone about?
Tonight I'm at the Hotel Marriott at
cool.
Marina Del Rey.
Cool.
It's called Glow Lounge.
Sweet, man.
And then tomorrow I will be at Proof, which is in Santa Ana, or Orange County.
Oh, okay. Santa
Shout
Ana.
out to all the blind artists who came last night to see me DJ at Ixtapa in Pasadena.
Sweet.
Shout out to DJ Augie for coming out here.
DJ Augie. Cool. And I want to say that, do you have any like social media that people could check you out, maybe Twitter or Instagram or something like that?
Everything is at DJ Royale. It's spelled DJ ROYELLE. Or you can go to my website, djroyale.com. I post all my events there. But I have, Twitter. I usually use Instagram only. Twitter, Facebook.
Hey, you don't tell the ones that we don't want you to get stalked by people. So like, just have the cool stuff that you want people to find you at. Hey, Sophie B, do you have any like WordPress or anything? Any sites?
Yeah, I've got my blog. So I've got Actress in LA. It's just that's all one thing.com. And then for Twitter or Instagram, it's at one, so it's a word, ONE, and then BRABAS, pronounced One Brabus.
Run Brabus Nation. One Brabus Nation.
That's wicked. It's totally One Brabus Nation.
I mean, I saw you on Instagram. You had cool stickers. I mean, the razzle dazzle.
Oh my God, I know. That's my little thing. I'm obsessed with
awesome.
Street art. I'm obsessed with sticker art. I just think it's so cool. I love stickers. Like, who doesn't love stickers?
Everyone loves stickers.
I'm never not gonna like stickers. I'm just saying. The bomb. So
and the scratchy, smelly ones too. The big ones, the small ones.
They were the best.
The best.
They were awesome. How good were they?
Oh, they were the best. I'd have like blackberry and cherry, and like I'd be in class at the lunchroom just sniffing like
up in the grill.
Up in my grill like.
So good.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. Thank you guys for coming. Right now we're gonna get in the mix again with DJ Ogie. He's an amazing guy from Japan. Mixing it up from Tokyo, Shibuya, and Roppoji's hottest dance club since 1996. He's a resident DJ in Los Angeles since 2002.
Yeah.
Check out DJ Ogie. Woo!
Nice one, babes. Nice one, bud. I've actually got a sticker for you. Can I stick it up here? In here somewhere? Yay! Thanks, honey.
No problem.
Where can I stick my sticker?
Right here.
On the poster. Yeah, why not? No, I just want to put it up right here.
Oh, on the wall?
Yeah.
Right, what about here? No? You want more prominent? Yeah, you pick.
What about that?
See, why not? Wherever you think is the best. So after this, I want to take. I don't know if you have to leave right away.
Right next to poetry corner.
Yeah. Just take a picture of it. I want to take pictures with all you guys too.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, Google now. Okay, Google now. Okay, Google now. Okay, Google now. Take photo.
Can you actually take the photo of me and DJ Royale? That way, and then the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Do that.
One, two. That's perfect.
Thanks, bud.
No problem.
Are you an Aries?
Taurus. But I'm Aries rising. What? Really?
What are you, April? Early April or end of May?
I'm the start of May, but I was due like at the end of April, and I just hung out like another 11 days or something.
No, I think I know Aries kind of very well. Like you're very much Aries. I can feel it.
Oh wow, that's crazy. What does that mean?
It just means you guys are like your own people. You don't follow anybody. You have your own style. You listen to like crazy music, like different kind of music that people never even heard of. Like it's just you guys are just like air. You guys just kind of go with the flow, kind of like do your thing. And like again, you're like one of those. They always remind me of those like countries where they drum at their own beat. There you go.
Nice. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
really
your style, like that's an Aries thing. I don't know. I could just my sister's an Aries. You remind me a lot of her.
Oh, nice.
Just like that.
Cool. You guys aren't like
Aquarius.
Aquarius.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Age of Aquarius.
What's that age?
Weird.
What?
Yeah.
What's that age?
I'm a Leo.
Dude, where's my people?
Yeah.
Straight up and down. What takes you better?
I like you gave the look like
No, July 26th. I'm right at the I'm like
Right at the beginning.
yeah. So I'm a Cancer Leo, but I'm a Leo.
That's amazing. Honestly, like Leos are my favorites. My best friend's a Leo. My grandmother, who was like my inspiration and like guru, Leo, born on the same day.
Oh wow.
Yeah, totally. Like it's a trip. Like it's like August. Like it's like I'm like sending happy birthday cards home like fucking every day. It's like that.
But now you have one more, but it's in July though. And
Amazing.
but I don't know. It's just my sister and I get along really well. Her and I are different, very much so, but there's some connect. Funny though, because I had I told you a really good friend of mine. She's an Aries, and well, then she's like there and it's just or whatever. But anyway, so her and I were together as like we connect like we were like 28 years.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's really special. That is. You're on the money, honey. What are you again? Are you Jeremiah?
What's that?
Are you Sagittarius?
No, I'm
like
Aquarius.
Aquarius.
Oh, you are too.
Aquarius is, I tell ya. I already talked about what Aquarius are, man. God. My ex was Aquarius. I was with him for 5 years.
Oh, wow.
And they're intelligent.
Oh, wow, this guy was on DC Comics who's just watching our show.
Who?
This is Jake Lewis. He actually he's from out there.
He's watching our show?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
How do you know he's watching the show?
There's more people. I'm on this other, I'm on the Google Plus on here. I didn't even post it yet. Hey, hello guys. Thanks for listening.
Oh my god, we still on.
Yeah, where
Can
are
they hear us?
Oh, yeah, they hear us.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Because it's live right now. Like,
Okay.
oh, this, huh? Oh, who cares? It's fine. People like to hear about that stuff, right? But hey, next week I'll probably do a Google Plus show too, so
That's
definitely
so
tune in.
crazy. I didn't even know about Google Plus. What's going on? Like, oh my god, I'm so spun out right now. Like,
So, what was I gonna say? Yeah, that's what I was telling you earlier. Like, if you guys want to do a radio show, you don't have to be. You can be at your house. I can be at my house, and I can put you in here at the toolbar, so we can watch videos. You can talk about, show me websites, and I can bring everything up.
that's it's crazy. Like Claire saying with me at the moment, she's been interviewed tonight, and she's doing it on Google Hangout or whatever. I'm like, I don't even know what that is. Like,
It's
that's
amazing.
Like,
Yeah, it's like Skype, but you can do so much more. I can have a whole
super interactive.
super interactive people. If I show you this toolbar, yeah, we're live right now. So like each week you can get. That's what I was talking about, like fan interaction. Like you can do everything yourself. You know, everything yourself. You don't need
So
to know
how
people
do you
anymore.
see that people are watching?
From here down here, like when I was looking at things, it was up to like 20 viewers, and I didn't even
How
advertise
did they
this.
discover us?
Because I put it out on Google, what's it on like YouTube, they put it out on Google Plus and everything. And then people like you scroll through like, oh, I want to talk about, because I put the
You put it on Instagram?
no, I mean I didn't mean Instagram. But,
No, I put a post.
yeah, people.
Oh.
So then they, when they're scrolling, like they have a whole list of all the podcasts and radio stations going on, and people, and like I have a blurb and I have hashtags of what people want to see. So then it's like, hey, you know, you're on it. You can watch Google Plus on hang on shows on your thing. Just plug it in. It's like the world is getting crazy, where it's going to be smaller.
Where are the people at? Where are the show people at?
I don't want to mess with it, but you see this thing? You hit that. This whole thing has a toolbar. So then I can add you add a comment section. Has videos, everything.
Okay.
So your viewership, everything is right here. You have a Q&A. People can type you live actions. Like when I went to football games in El Segundo. That we had live streaming people.
I'm gonna have to push off in about 5.
Yeah, I'm talking 3 minutes. Okay. Not 2 hours. It's 2 minutes. I want to get a quick video, picture with all you guys.
Yeah,
here,
I'd love to get
and then a picture out front with the ADHR thing, and then go.
Awesome.
I'm so happy.
Yay!
Live
Yeah,
music,
that was really
guys.
nice.
Yeah, the hip hop, man.
Stop it. They're right here. I love it.
Yeah.
Old school hip hop. Old school hip hop.
It's like total, like how you said, New York, like funk, like.
Yeah. Got the 90s like vibes, like hip hop DJ Premier.
Yes, DJ from here. There you go. Gangstar.
Guru, Gangstar, kind of the beat.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
That just made me think of I met Guru and DJ Premier in
So
Australia
jealous
and
of
have
you.
like old Puma kicks that are signed by
Oh,
them.
you serious?
I met
What?
here and I got his signature too. I met him in
Damn it,
Hollywood,
that's awesome, man.
the House of Blues in Hollywood. But dude, if
Were
you
they-
got both of them, because I only got one
That's
picture
worth
from
a lot of money.
Guru.
Right.
That was it. But I had,
He was lovely from
Oh,
what
yeah.
I remember.
yeah,
Like,
same here. I know. Rest in peace.
and there was like, there was some guy like Big Shug.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Have you heard of
I think I've heard of Big Show before.
So I was super wasted and gave him nipple gribble. Like we were talking about, I can't remember like why I did that. Anyway, he might have like got me in the headlocks.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You're awesome.
Jeremiah, thank you so much. Oh, fuck, I almost forgot my charger.
Oh my god, that'd been terrible.
Oh my god, I did that the other day when we were in Big Bear. I left it in the hotel. We like
How's Big
half
Bear?
an hour later, like I'm like, oh my fucking charger. Thank God we're going to drive around the lake.
Wait, is there snow there or no? It's just still like.
No, it's summer.
I thought like sometimes they like make their own.
Big Bear was beautiful. Yeah, beautiful.
I want to go up there again. See you later, guys. See you next week.